Manchester United 1, Wolverhampton 0. And for so long, the game went on. We kept churning, we kept going. And I thought it wasn't going to happen until Marcus Rashford scored a very late goal for a very crucial 3 points. Harris is going to give his reaction on today's massive victory at Old Trafford. But before we go into everything, I just want to remind everyone to make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the Redflex. Let's make sure we can get 100 likes, 100 views. Harris, let's go straight into the game. Starting lineup. What was your thoughts?
Kind of what I said, wasn't it? I was like, I wasn't bothered who the pivot was. The two, as long as it wasn't two holding, Ole kind of followed the script. It was Pogba, Matic. Happy with that. It was Tellers again. I wasn't bothered about who played at left back. I think we all predicted Wan-Bissaka. I think some of us were saying Dean Henderson. It was David De Gea again. No issues there. So yeah, it was all good. It was all good. So happy with the lineup. You know, Cavani, as I said, I was happy with 3 out of the 4. It was Cavani, Rashford, and Greenwood. Happy with that. So yeah, for me, no issues with the starting 11.
What did you think of the first half performance? It was a very tight game. Wolves started well. We came back into it. What was your thoughts on the first half?
It's followed the same script as every Wolves game has been from the last 5 times we played them. It's always tight. It's always edgy. You know, we're always a bit careful of getting hit on the counter. You know, they've got neat, tidy players in the middle who can open you up. You know, obviously we were a bit wary of that. I thought Matic had a great game. He was there to sniff out the danger. He played really well. It was tight. It was, you know, some might say it was boring, but it was intriguing with the tactics to see how each team would go. You know, we had the best chance. You know, that cross by Greenwood. And Fernandes somehow missed. You know,
Fernandes should have scored.
He made good contact on it. Just obviously couldn't direct it. I just think if it was the other way around, if it was Fernandes with the cross, Greenwood, I think he probably would have finished it. But you can't be too harsh on Fernandes. You know, he's a legend already. So it's just one of them things, isn't it?
Second half started, Harris. Do you think we should have made any changes at the half time, or were you happy with to see how it goes?
Yeah, I was happy to see how it goes because it wasn't as if we were getting overrun. It wasn't anything, they weren't creating too many chances. It was, again, a very, very tight game. You know, if anything, you needed a bit more kind of, like creativity. You know, they did really well with Fernandes. You know, they always had 2 or 3 men on him. It was difficult. I don't know. I was thinking maybe was it worth maybe taking him off at some point because
not Fernandes' greatest game.
I don't think that was because he didn't play that well. I think Wolves got their tactics spot on. You know, they always had 2 men around him as soon as he got the ball. You know, as soon as he tried to do the turn, half turn, you know, there was someone there just to block it out, just to, cut out that pass. So yeah, I think they did really well. Plus, you need to remember, Fernandes has played every single minute of a lot of the game, so he probably is a bit tired. I thought Pogba did really well in the last 20 minutes. I think United picked up the pace a little bit, but it was heading towards a draw. But I said it to one of my colleagues yesterday at work. I was like, this is the sort of game I don't care. Scruffy win, last minute own goal. It was nearly an own goal. I think Rashford is going to get credited with the goal, but just had to win the game at any cost. We're in second place. Liverpool bring it on at Anfield.
I thought Luke Shaw made a difference when he came on.
Yeah, he was quite neat and tidy. He was quite good on the ball. He made some forward runs. Obviously, Tellers is a bit different. He kind of hold his position, tries to cross it in, whereas Shaw kind of a little bit different, tries to link it up. Does like a little bit of a dribble. I thought he did well. Yeah, he played really well.
It was Wolves' youngest starting lineup since they got promoted back to the Premier League, undefeated at Old Trafford up till now. Harris, what I want you to do is I want you to talk me through exactly what you were doing leading up to the goal. Talk me through what you were doing, what you were thinking.
I had it on my phone. At the game on Prime, obviously on the phone. I was just thinking.
All legal, by the way. All legal.
Yeah,
streaming.
That was legal. Yeah, legal streaming. On this occasion. But yeah, I was just thinking, surely can't end up in a draw. I knew we were going to get a chance. I thought, surely we're going to get one chance, whether we take it or not. I don't know.
You did say in the video that we did, you thought there was going to be a draw. I had that in the back of my mind. I was like, no, surely not. It can't be again. Wolves can't do us over again.
Yeah, I actually predicted 2-1 because I thought it was going to be a really tight game. Obviously, we did win by the 1 goal, so that was kind of right. I just thought we probably would concede because our defence hasn't been great. But, you could tell Wolves throughout the game, they just didn't have that threat with Jota and Jimenez missing. They just didn't have that target man. They put crosses in. There's nobody there. And when somebody was there, it was someone who wasn't, who had no aerial presence, and like, it just, they just weren't going to cause a problem. So, I know Traore played well, but he was just on his own, really. He didn't have much support. But yeah, when the goal was going, it was one of them things, isn't it? When he took the shot, you weren't expecting it to go in, because you thought, right, he's cutting, he's taking a shot, you're just going to see what happens. But obviously, it's took a massive deflection, and it's gone in and it's worked in our favour. I just think, is this the start of something? We had traits of getting stoppage time winners under Fergie. Is this the start of something? Is this the #21 that Osman's on about? I'm not on the bandwagon quite yet. I think I'm going to wait until after the game against Liverpool, but it's bubbling up quite nicely, isn't it?
No, absolutely. This is a game normally under Solskjaer that would finish a draw, that we'd normally lose maybe 1-0. It's a massive victory, absolutely massive victory. Could be probably one of the most important goals in the history of Manchester United in terms of coming back to where we belong. Let's go straight to the final part of this video, Harris. Who is Harris's man of the match?
I'm going to go with Matic. I said it. I just thought it was outstanding.
I agree. I thought he was immense. It was the old Matic, I thought.
Absolutely outstanding. He was there where he needed to be. He was in the right position, right place, getting the blocks in, getting the tackles in. Even when he had the ball in tight spaces, he was really good. He made sure he passed it to someone. He didn't give it away. I can't remember giving the ball away. I cannot remember him giving the ball away in this match. Absolutely brilliant performance. As I said, if we have one top quality holding midfielder, there's no need to play two. And as I said in the preview show, it's not a game where they're going to hit us really fast through the middle with the counter, because they just don't have that type of players. Tactically got it right, Solskjaer. He had Matic, but he was slightly towards the left to counter Traore, and that worked perfectly. So he wasn't dead central. Matic, if you notice in the game, he was a little bit to the left. As soon as he got the ball, Traore was there on him. He was on him. And kind of snuffed out all their attacks. I think they might have had a couple of opportunities, a few dangerous moments, but they've got a good play, so that's always going to happen. But in terms of clear-cut opportunities, they had very, very few.
So just before we finish, Harris, so this question that I'm going to ask you is yes or no. Will Manchester United win the Premier League this season? Yes or no?
I'm going to say no, only because I said I'm waiting for that Liverpool game. So I'm going to say no for now.
Okay, Harris, thank you so much for your reaction. Manchester United 1, Wolves 0. An absolute crucial 3 points for our season. Make sure you tune in to the Redflex. We're going to have more reaction for today's 3 points that we've got right at the last minute. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you tune in for all the fallout for today's crucial victory.